So I did a little digging and I found
Oh man, who are we talking about today?
no one.
Oh, okay, good. That's good.
No, today we are going to talk about marriage advice that we have ignored.
Ooh,
Okay, well,
oh,
not necessarily us, but we're going to discuss the top 5 advice
mm,
things that are given to newly married couples.
okay. You have these five already, or we're making up five?
I have the 5
Got it.
of the most
Okay.
common, and we're going to discuss them. And it is kind of funny because really it is kind of the marriage advice that we ignored.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, it
Well,
works.
so far so good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to write it down because I honestly don't recall that.
Yeah, because you don't take any advice.
Topic number 1,
Hmm.
never go to bed
I
angry.
knew it. That's so stupid.
Okay, Mr. Smith,
Yeah.
why is going to bed angry something that you should not listen to? Why is that dumb?
Because sometimes you need a break. Sometimes you need a good night's rest. Sometimes you are proving your point till you're blue in the face and your spouse just doesn't get it. So you want to stay up all night and be fatigued and still arguing? Sometimes you just need to go to bed. And then you wake up the next morning and you're like, you know what? It wasn't even that big of a deal. Here's some coffee.
Fun fact, when we were early married, I feel like if we went to bed, we'd wake up in the morning and he wouldn't even remember what we were fighting
100%.
about.
Like nothing is that important.
No, it probably was. You just like la di da. But you're not gonna argue with me till you're blue in the face.
No.
Or be mad and don't talk to me.
Yeah, that's a better tactic anyway.
No, it is not. That is the worst.
No, because one, you don't have to argue.
You just stay mad.
And one, yeah, well, no,
Huffy and
I don't
puffy?
really stay mad long. When I get mad, I don't stay mad long. Not like,
It stays.
no way.
Oh my gosh.
I don't get mad for days.
Whatever.
There's nothing that important where I get mad for days. Unless I run out of coffee creamer, then that one I'll die on that hill. But that's about it. All right, what's next? Or what do you have to add? Do you have anything to add to that? What is your thoughts on going to
Sometimes
bed?
I just need to take a nap.
That's what I'm saying.
Sometimes I just am like so irritated. But I feel like that is the era that I'm in now. I don't know that I was always in that era of my life that I'm like, yeah.
No, I agree. When we were first married and much younger, I think we tried to do that, like not go to bed mad. And
I think all of this advice is given with great intent
yeah,
from people, even though I wonder
yeah.
how many people follow the advice that they give.
Well, and also like, what happens if you're mad at me and I don't wake up in the morning? Then I died and you're mad at me, and then you're gonna feel bad.
That would suck.
Yeah. So
I think that's why people say
I do
that.
too. I do too. But sometimes you gotta roll the dice.
You know, is anyone gonna know besides us?
No.
Then I'll create the best story.
Yeah. Yeah. You know how I want to die. I can't be alone in that one.
Okay. Number 2, it was always communicate. Process versus talk it out. So you need to process.
I thought you were talking about like a
information.
process of talking
No,
it out.
or talk it out. Like they're trying to say, like you should always like never stop communicating. Communication is key. I mean, lots of things can be solved with some good communication. So I don't disagree with that one. But that has taken years, and we still are not amazing at it.
I'm pretty good at it. I'm probably top 5 worst communicators in the world.
Oh, that's honest.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I suck at it. But yeah, I think no, 100% I've gotten better. Yeah. I've gotten a lot better at it. But I think also, I think processing it is okay too. Like just being expected to sit down and just start talking about it. I think allowing time to process your feelings, what you want to say, how you want to say it is completely fair at the same time. Right? So it's you have to communicate for a healthy relationship with anybody. You have to have communication in there, but I also think processing your feelings is super important.
Yeah, no,
I nailed it.
Yeah, I mean, I think if your communication is good, it solves probably a solid 95% of your issues, right? Isn't it easier to see where the other party is coming from if they can at least talk it out with you?
If you can articulate it correctly, yeah, 100%, without anger or emotion involved in it, right?
Well, and that's hard to do.
It is hard to do, but I think you're pretty good at it. Like, look at it from this is the way I'm seeing it. I think you do that well. And then you make me see it a different way than I'm looking at it. And I'm like, oh, that does make sense. I think that you're really skilled in that area. I'm not.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Number 3. Never.
It's like you were waiting for a but there. Like a but.
No. I
Oh.
was like, am I supposed to say something that you do well right now? I didn't know it was supposed to be like a.
No, we know that's rare.
Oh,
So.
stop it. This one was weird, but never change for anyone. It's probably terrible to put on those little cards that they give you at weddings. Probably shouldn't put that. I don't know.
Yeah.
People do change all the time.
They do.
I mean, you shouldn't change for someone.
Right. That's what I was going to say. Could you imagine if I was the same as I was when I was 19? Like, right. There's no chance we'd be married. Maybe we'd be married, but it wouldn't be a good marriage. It wouldn't be a healthy marriage.
No.
It would be very unequally yoked marriage.
Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm a big believer in trying to better yourself all the time.
Yes, 100%. You
Yeah.
should always try to improve yourself, but you should do it for you, right?
Right.
So I guess never change for anyone. I think when I first read it, it kind of was like, ew, like what do you mean? Because this is like marriage, it's like you're giving
Yeah.
this advice. But
Well-
if you think about it a little longer, so I took a few breaths,
Processed it.
and you shouldn't change for the other person. You should be
Right.
changing for you. Because you should never expect someone else to change.
Right.
That is a recipe for disaster. They aren't going to change. They will never change unless they want to. And you can't make them.
Period. Yeah.
Oh, that is my number one. Like, I remember we did a million years ago. We did youth group and like college aged group, like ministry with obviously younger people. And I remember, we were in our like 20s, so we weren't that much older than these, like, it was mostly girls that were like, oh, but if I just, am like this, then he'll love me more, or he'll do this. And I was like, oh, girl, please. No, that's not how it's going to work. Like, you can't want someone to change and then they just miraculously change. It's not how it works.
Right. And then
Nothing.
even if you
can
do,
make them change.
even if you do change and you become what you think that other person wants, at some point the other person gets bored of that version and wants something else new, right? So you're constantly becoming not yourself, but you're becoming what you think the other person wants and desires, and that's not a good recipe. But
That's not sustainable.
no, it's not. But I think you have to also be on the same page with your spouse of, changing. You becoming a better version of yourself allows you to become a better partner in the marriage and in the relationship, right? I remember like when you first started therapy, I was like, what the hell is going on here? Who is this woman? Right? But you even like, hey, I'm going to go through this process and I'm going to be different than I was in the past. And then you see the evolution of that new person come out. It's like the flower blooming, right? And it's like, oh my gosh, that's beautiful to see. And you see the strength and the integrity that you have. And you're like, all right, I can ride with that person. Now it's my turn to better myself so I can level up to be with that person, right?
That's a fun follow-up question.
Uh-oh.
I
don't feel like your questions are all that fun sometimes.
What do you mean? I think it's a great time. Okay, I changed a lot with therapy. Would You still have chosen me if I was the person I evolved to become in therapy, but like younger. Like if I was that way younger, if I would have dealt with my stuff and processed my trauma and done all of the things.
I would like to say yes, but if I'm being 100% honest, I don't know if I could have handled that person. Right? And so it's not you becoming better.
No.
It's my immaturity at that level and not willing to change or grow as a person at that young of an age. So I don't know if I could have done it. Like that would have been very challenging for my ego to take on a strong-willed, independent woman who doesn't think she needs shit from anyone but herself. Just kidding.
Okay.
I was being a little exaggerative there.
That was so dramatic.
But it's been a big change over the years, and you are a different person completely almost than when we got married. So I don't know if I could have handled it, honestly.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you didn't do that when we were younger.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah,
Held on to that trauma baggage longer.
I needed it so that we're at the same level of maturity until I was ready. Because I'm like 10 years behind you in maturity. So it's like it takes me a long time to catch up. I'm like, oh yeah, that is a good idea you had 10 years ago. We should do that.
I'm glad I can start the trend.
Yeah.
No, that was a good one. Topic 4. Date night fixes everything.
You know what? I was thinking about this the other day. That's funny you bring it up because we took the kids for ice cream to Handel's, the new ice cream place, which was phenomenal, by the way. And you had mentioned, why are we taking the kids? Take me on a date. And I was like, damn, it's been a long time since I've taken you on a date. Like a really long time since I was like, all right, tonight we're going out. So to answer your question, no, I don't think it changes things. I think having it is important, doing it is important, but I also consider like, our 6 a.m. coffee together. Like that's quality time alone that we get most days of the week, right? So it's not like we don't spend time alone. It's just it's more at home, and we're more homebodies now at the same time.
True.
So to answer your question, I don't think date night by itself fixes everything. I think quality time helps in a relationship.
We've always sucked at date night.
Mm-hmm.
I feel forever. And that was something through the years different people have like brought up for us to try or do and we've always been terrible at it.
Yeah.
But I agree. Now I think more than ever before we're more homebodies because we're obviously at home
More?
But
We finish each other's
sentences.
sandwiches.
Oh dang.
Jeez.
I knew that too. But I agree quality time would outweigh like having to go on an actual date.
Mm-hmm.
You just would probably appreciate it more because I would get ready. I'm not really ready at 6 a.m. But whatevs. But backing it up to Handles, I said this to you because for 2 reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I knew our children were tired and irritable, and 2, I knew they wouldn't appreciate it, and they didn't. They actually were awful, and we should have left them at home.
I thought you were going to say it handles. Should have just left them at handles. Figure it out.
Either or. I mean, it's walkable. And last but not least, can you guess what the number 5 most written down newlywed advice is?
Never tell your husband no when he wants sex.
Nope.
Dang it.
Happy wife, happy life.
Can I plead the 5th? Is that legal here? Well, I feel like I'm getting set up to be in trouble after this.
No, that's...
All right. My off the top of my head thoughts on that is I don't think it's actually that inaccurate.
Oh.
Right? Okay. Because one, you have like good ideas of things to do. So when you're happy, I'm happy. and the kids are happy, and the house functions much better when mom is happy. Like if you took dad away, angry dad, upset dad, not happy dad, and just removed him from the equation, it's a lot less tumultuous to the family
Everyone else is happy.
than if you
Sorry.
damn it, it's probably true. Just remove the father.
Hi, Dad. No, just kidding.
Yeah, angry dads shouldn't be allowed at home. No, but then if you take away, if mom's upset, it's way worse to the overall functionality of a home. In our home, in my opinion. So in a way, it's right. But do you live day to day scared? I don't think so.
In fear for your life.
Yeah, because I think as you get older. Wait, hold on. I'm going somewhere with this. Yeah, as you get older, you tend to realize like I actually do kind of know what I'm talking about.
I think you know what you're
Yeah,
talking about.
yeah. Like
Well, you do get smarter as you get older.
that's what I'm saying. So maybe in the beginning of marriage, it's a better idea, but
I have to train you.
as marriages grow and mature, I feel like it becomes a little bit better of the wife listens more to the input of a husband. It's like, yeah, it's not a terrible idea. Like as before, it'd be like, not a chance, bro.
I feel like my training, just kind of like a new puppy. Like it takes a lot of work, repetition, treats, and then finally,
I wonder if other husbands are abused the way that I am.
oh please, finally the puppy will sit patiently, and that's such a good idea that you decided to sit. Good job. And
You
see,
just talked to
so
me like I was a dog.
I was just explaining the similarities.
Do you agree with that statement?
I look at it like you should, okay, so not exactly that, but in reality, if your goal is to always make your spouse like do something to make them happy or smile or think about them first instead of yourself, which is hard because innately we're selfish beings, trying to think about the other person, it should make your life happier. So in that way, yes, but not
So it should be more like
specifically.
happy spouse, happy life instead of happy wife. 'Cause it's not just
I think it's just trying to put the other person first because
in your
really,
opinion.
yes,
Right. That's not what that says though.
that's true. Well, because
So don't spin the question like you're a politician over there.
well, yeah, I guess I mean, yes, if you want to just
I knew it.
feed me ice cream and leave me alone. Just kidding. It is summer. It's hot. It's a little hot in the podcast room is hot. Best marriage advice we've ever received.
Put the toilet roll on correctly.
You're terrible at that.
Well, that's how I keep things alive.
But that's that okay. Well, mine is you should expect to always fall in love with a different person.
Oh, great.
No, listen. Because they say you have to keep falling in love with like your spouse.
Right.
Constantly.
Mm-hmm.
But your spouse changes. I am not the same person. You are not the same person.
Thank God.
Right. But can you imagine if I was still falling in love with the 19-year-old you over and over again? That's a recipe for disaster. And that is a hot, toxic mess.
Yeah.
I have to choose to fall in love with you at every stage that you're at. And you're a different person. And the same for me. Like, that's a choice. And you are falling in love with the new mom me. You're falling in love with the parents of
Pregnant
3
you?
kids. The pregnant me. The
Yeah.
I don't even know why you were complaining. You liked having girlfriends.
Whoa.
I know. I felt like I had to clarify.
Thank
when
you.
I said that because I probably hormonally, body changes, from pregnancies to post pregnancies and all of the things. I mean, my yo-yo dieting, I have been all over the place. So my hair color's changed a million times. Yeah, that's what.
I've loved every single one of them.
Well, there you go. See, you've fallen in love with every single version of me, is what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be a lot of comments on that one.
Is there?
Yeah. Oh, there's Nick and his girlfriends. I was wondering who was with at lunch last week. I'm just kidding.
What the hell?
It's funny.
What is wrong with you?
It's funny, it's a joke. I know you're not having lunch with anyone. You're with me.
I got a coffee yesterday with my photographer because we were shooting content at Starbucks.
I saw that, actually.
Yeah.
Why were you selling goats?
Because it's spam callers, bro. That's what I tell them now. She just started recording me. They try to sell me something on the internet or say my website is broken or search engines can't find me, and I just spin it into, did you want to buy goats? Yeah, no, I have a special going on goats right now. If you want to buy some, let me know. And I just keep talking over them while they talk, and then eventually they hang up. And I started telling them I'm not in real estate, and they take my name off the list to call. One of the two. Little hack for you out there. You're going to waste my time. I figured I'll waste theirs too.
What's the worst marriage advice you've ever received?
The worst? I don't know. I think more in general is like the specific role, gender roles, right?
Yeah.
And that's how we started too. Like you're in charge of the inside, I'm in charge of the outside of the house, right? And then life laughs at you and is like, oh, okay, watch this. You can't cook anymore. Oh, you better figure it out, right? Or like being in charge of picking up, taking the kids to school, things like that, right? Well, in our life, that didn't work, right? We have multiple kids, different schools, same time frames, right? So we have to adjust. I think that trying to pigeonhole a spouse into like, oh, this is what, history has told us, or this is what other generations have done. This has got to be your role and this is your role. I think that's just, it doesn't work. It didn't work for us specifically. And I think that's all I can touch on, right? It's just us. And I think sooner as men, it's important for us to realize that sooner than later, that we don't have to have defined roles to be a man and to be a husband. Like it's one team, one family, one goal, right? Like one day at a time kind of concept, right? This is what today calls of me. Okay. And that's probably the worst, not necessarily advice, but kind of like the worst perception that people have put on us, or opinion of that. Because it doesn't work for some families, probably most families. So
I don't think it stays the same either. Like there's just different seasons in all families, 100%. I think. And I'm sure there's going to be a million more. I'm only speaking of our first 25 years together. There's been multiple seasons of we have to figure this stuff out. And we're just in this one where you are doing probably more inside the house than you ever did before.
100%.
But that doesn't mean the next season will be like that.
Yeah, my grass is still green.
You have holes in your grass.
From your puppy. Yeah.
She's so cute. The worst marriage advice that I received was, and this actually started premarital counseling, and it was men, husbands being in charge of finances. Cool. They should be in charge of finances. And I think I first thought that was a red flag after dating and moving in together, and
you realized I was terrible at it?
Bills weren't being paid. I was like, And I'm such I get anxiety if bills are not paid.
But you grew up doing that too.
Yeah.
You were in charge of that at your own house.
True. But we had tried it a couple of times. Mm-hmm. Or at least having you more involved, and I feel like you either got bored or were trying to change things around, and the process was not so flexible.
Happy wife, happy life.
So we have a house. Just kidding,
but not. I was terrible at it.
We all have our strengths and weaknesses.
Right. You know, I think that, yeah, I was never involved in that. Maybe it's just me. Like maybe I'm just bad at it, which is fine. I accept that I'm not good at that. But I was never taught that as a kid either,
Were you
right?
the kid who got money and you went and spent it at the store? Or did you like put
Yeah.
it away until you like
No.
were saving up for something
For
special?
no.
That was never a thing.
No.
Interesting.
No. Why would you save it? Like,
Oh, because I wanted something cool and big and good.
but by the time I had money or like got a steady income, right? I was buying cigarettes and beer. So it was like
Oh, you spent your money on wasteful things.
100%.
Those are what they call disposable.
I had a disposable income. It was all disposed as soon as I got it.
That's
Yeah.
why I hate gambling. I hate it
Yeah.
with a passion because there's nothing to show for it.
Unless you
want to
win.
go one random person. I mean,
Yeah.
you have more, you're less or more likely to get hit by lightning than you are to win the lotto. Like, come on.
Okay. Well, I don't play the lotto. I don't.
Similar. It's similar.
No.
Okay. Well, I think so. I'm
Listen,
just
there's
like,
one. There's one group that you're not going to go after, and that's my poker group. Okay.
oh.
Leave them alone.
You know what? You know what's a sure thing? A Louis.
Which is why we did so well together when
And
we would go
also,
places. I guess I
You
wasn't
make
talking.
money. Okay, now go ahead. I wasn't telling my point.
That's why we travel so well together because it's okay if I gamble a little bit and you were to get it back. It's a win-win. You're happy, I'm happy. But as I get older, I don't nearly gamble like I did when I was younger. I mean, it wasn't bad, but because we don't live close to a casino, right? So I
Yeah.
wasn't like an addict. But when I went, I would just be broke immediately, like fast. Yeah,
And thanks to my arm, I don't really carry bags anymore. So,
that's a good point.
yeah.
It's more gambling money.
No.
Oh, which is probably why we don't go to the casinos at all now.
What advice would you give
To who?
newlyweds? To newlyweds. That's what we're
Man.
going to end on.
All right. I think my advice would be to number one, communicate. And from a male and husband perspective, it's okay to not be okay. But it's not okay to not be okay and not tell your spouse. Right? So I've learned this the hard way, 100%, through trial and error for sure. I was a swallow it guy until I just couldn't hold it anymore. Then it was just like rage. But it's okay feelings are okay. They're okay to get out. It's okay to be upset. It's just something we don't talk about usually. You know, men aren't supposed to have feelings. So that is probably the biggest growth area that I've had personally in a relationship is being able to be like, you know what, I'm not good. I need X, Y, and Z, or I'm feeling this way. And then through, you know, your perspective of things, it helps me see the other side of a situation. Or, okay, how am I supposed to know that if you don't say that, right? I can't read your mind. Like I was always of the opinion, like you should just know that I'm not good, obviously, because haven't moved in 3 days, right? But it's not fair for me to put that on your spouse, for them to just read your mind. So learning how to communicate, and then learning that yeah, she's gonna judge me no matter what I say, so I might as well say it anyway.
Okay.
No, but learning that I can be vulnerable to my spouse, and it's okay. So communicate for sure. And one growth area I've had is like I'm very sarcastic, obviously, right? And
No.
I make fun of a lot of people out of a lot of places everywhere we go. But I think defending your spouse as well, and this is putting them first, in other words, was another area that I had to learn. Because not everybody takes your sense of humor the way that you do, or not everybody should be able to speak on your spouse in a demeaning or derogatory kind of way, even if they're kidding. So those are the areas. Those are the advice I would get. Stand up for your...
Was someone talking shit about me?
No, I'm just saying, because remember when we were younger and it would always be like, when are you going to put me first? When am I going to become priority, right? And I would be like, you're fine. And I would always be like, we're going to do this because, this has been normal in my family forever, right? And you're like, I don't want to do that, or I don't want to be a part of it, right? It took me a long time to be like, you know what, no, we're going to sit this one out, or whatever the case may be. But putting them first, and that's what I mean.
I like it.
Thank you.
Mine is to remember that love is a choice. And you have to make that choice every day.
Why you make it sound so difficult to be married to me?
It's not. Marriage is hard. It is hard. I think
it is.
It's this, when you're young and in love and everything is like hormonal and you're caught up in the moment and everything's
That
really
euphoric
exciting.
stage.
Yeah, what they call the newlywed stage. Like that is an actual chemical
I'm still in it.
reaction of feelings. It's all of it. It's real, but it's like, I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but a euphoric stage, I think, is a great way to put it. And I think at some point, real life, routine and issues, your car breaks down, or you have to deal with an illness, or you have your kids, whatever it may be. There's hard things that happen that infiltrate the two of you, the relationship, the marriage. And I think it's those moments where you need to remember that love is a choice. And if you make that choice consciously, it's this is a person that I chose, and I chose them because of A, B, C, and D. That's who they are and who their heart is, even when they're not being the kindest. Sometimes you have to remind yourself of that. And that's okay. Because tomorrow, the sun will come out. It'll be fine.
Hopefully the sun comes out. Depends where you live.
Thank you.
It always. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Good job. We appreciate you guys, as always, checking us out, watching or listening. If you're on Spotify or Amazon or Apple, whatever you're listening to, please leave us a review. It's a huge ask for us. We really appreciate it. And as always, we will catch you guys on the next one.